Before I go to hook it up, let's see what's reading. Not bad. We have on the left, from the left to the right, 1, 2, 3 and 4, okay? 1, 2, 3 and 4. We have 23.9 to 24 degrees. Okay, and the probes are there. Before I start the car, I want to compare the readings through the diagnostic of the original temperature sensor that has the car. And like I said, I'm gonna put one on the inlet, one on the outlet, on the pipes. There will gonna be some small difference, but not that much. Okay, it will gonna have a thermal paste. You're gonna be on it with a one cable tied to transfer the heat. It's not gonna be direct contact with the oil. It might have a 5 degrees difference maximum, I doubt, but yeah, okay. But at least we're gonna have an idea what's going on. If it's overheating, how it's performing the coolers, and if it's overheating. While it's standing, yeah, it's not so efficient, the radiator fan, because it has different air ducts. It's relying on the flow, how it's sucking the cooler, the radiator fan to enter on the oil cooler. But it is what it is. At least we're gonna have an idea. Before I continue, oil cooler fan. Okay, let's go to see the temperatures. 1 second. Okay, at this point we have engine oil temperature 24.8. Okay, here where I have the probes on the coolers, it's 26.5, 26.9. The T1 it's on this cooler, the T2 it's on the inlet of this cooler, and the T3 it's from this side. Okay, so engine oil temperature 24 to 24.8, right? Okay, let's see what says inside of the instrument cluster. 24 to 24.8. Ah, we have to put also coolant, Mr. Derek. 24, 25. It's always correct, the oil temperature on the instrument cluster, by the way. I have mentioned that before. Coolant, we're gonna put inside the car, or we're gonna start without coolant? Right, coolant already inside. You changed also the coolant expansion tank, right?
No, I didn't change this one.
It looks new.
It came with the car.
Ah, it came like that, so it changed before the customer. Alright, nice. That's the fuel injector. I forget earlier to put the date. This is August 24th, 2023. That's the new injectors. Alright. Now we haven't received yet the oil cut scan, so we put the PCV in place to start it, to just see the temperatures. Like I said, Mr. Derek, please start the car. I'm not gonna start direct because the fuel is empty. Okay, so start it, and then we're gonna see later on. Coolant, oil, integer temperature, just for reference, integer temperature 27.8, you said it's 27 here, 26.9, 27. Yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting for you. When I say start, I mean start, I don't have to repeat it. Okay, now we are waiting to warm up. Lovely. I didn't clear the mixture adaptations and the cold start adaptations. I'm gonna do that later. Okay. Keep looking at it. Let's watch a couple of things. Wow. Now, coolant temperature 107.3, 108. Coolant temperature 94. Oil 86. Engine oil 86. That's what you see, that's the real value. Not this one. I don't know how many times I have to repeat myself. Let's go out. Go out. Yep, the fan start. Now, because the first time, it's the first start, you're gonna drop down the coolant. You're not gonna stay there. The oil gonna keep raising. The terminal 3, the probe, it's here. The 2, it's here, and the number 1, it's on this cooler. So you see that's passing some hot oil through the cooler at approximately 9 degrees oil temperature. Let's keep tracking it. By the way, I read one comment earlier. Somebody said that my oil temperature sits at 105 degrees. Like I've said before, the oil cooler here, it does have its own fan. So when the car is standing and idling, this fan inside, you're gonna start after 120 degrees Celsius, all right? But there is no airflow to have a heat transfer. That's the thing. So, plus, where you're gonna sit the oil temperature, if it's 101 or it's 105, it depends the ambient temperature. It's important. Now, if you put your hand here, there is an airflow, and as it's passing the air, it's some of the air, it comes through the air duct, but it's not enough. The second sensor does have a good contact, because this sensor is here, it's at 35, this at 66, this at 31. I have to check this sensor here. Yeah. Engine oil temperature 100 degrees, coolant temperature 102. These, they're going together. These, they're following each other. It's the same engine, it's not different engine. It warm up fast, by the way. It warm up fast, the oil. Let me see the other probe, the number 2 here. Yep, it wasn't touching. Now that has a contact, you see the 88 degrees, it's this side. 59 degrees, 60 degrees, it's this side. And 50, 51, it's this one. It opened the thermostat. We have engine oil temperature 100.5, coolant 99.8. These two, they're gonna meet each other. They're gonna have only half degree difference, like this. That's correct. That's the outlet from this cooler. Once again, that's the inlet from this side. It's measuring here at the beginning. The second one, it's the outlet from here, and the third one, the number 1 here, it's the outlet of this cooler to the engine. It's gonna come at one point that these values are gonna be almost identical. It's gonna be almost identical because, like I said, there is no airflow. Only if it starts this fan, you're gonna drop the temperatures. You're gonna drop the temperature on the number 1 sensor. Oil temperature 102, coolant 100.5. Inside supposed to be 93 or 94 the coolant. Inside here supposed to be, yep, 93. 93 coolant, 102 oil. And that's how it's supposed to be. And you see, yes, coolant 100 degrees, that's why it's 93. If it goes 94, it's more than 105, 104, 105 degrees. Classic. Even if I connect E63, you're gonna see exactly the same values. Alright, keep monitoring, keep checking it to see when we're gonna equalize everything. Alright, what do we have here? We have 111 degrees oil temperature. Don't ask me why the idle's at 750. I don't know who messed with that, to be honest. The Kalin converters, maybe they don't read at all. They're not existing because there was a fault, if I remember right. Coolant 102, steady, engine oil temperature 111. And then we have from the right to the left 105 on the right, on here at this point, 92.4 at this point, 83.8, 84, 84.3, yeah, on the outlet of this cooler, back to the engine. Let me see why the idle is at 750. It doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna clear the adaptations and I'm gonna see if they mess with the on the special functions. Then you have an option to adjust the idle, the RPMs and the fuel if you want to make it slightly enriched or lean it up. I want to see what in hell why it sits at 750, 800 RPMs. It's supposed to be 650. Yeah, but the coolers, they're working fine. It's 105 on the inlet, 94 on the outlet here, 85 the outlet of this cooler. You're gonna ask me why I didn't put the other sensor on the inlet of this, because I have to remove the wheel arch liner and I don't want to do it. Let me see the idle. Alright, now it's how it's supposed to be at 650 RPMs. Alright. Come on, turn on. It's turning off by itself. So 2.5, 111. Till now looks okay. This is how it's supposed to be. We have, let me put also the ambient temperature. I don't know if it has it on this channel. We're gonna see it, just a second. Yeah, okay. Here we have currently 26.3 degrees, the ambient temperature. Let me go back to see the rest. I'm just checking the secondary oxygen sensors. This is outside of the limit, yeah. It's fine. Okay, 500 degrees, normal, alright. And that's the primary that they have stuck 0.75. It's rich. How in hell it's stuck over there? How is it possible the lambda to be flat line? It cannot be a flat line. Yay. Oh boy. Now it's much better. They came back to life. It's still rich. supposed to maintain lambda 1, but now they're adapting because I reset everything. Yeah, take a look where it went. He's gonna fix that. Yeah, you see? He's gonna be okay. It still reaches for idle. What do we have here now? Whoa. 105, 105, 101 and 86. Leave it to see that. It looks like that we did something, right? Not bad. Not bad. Let me show you also, 1 second, let me go back. I just had to block the wheel here. Okay, it's base value, basic value, alright? Then the fuel quantity, it's basic value, I haven't touched it, alright? The parking on neutral, the idle, it's at 0. This is what's asking the ECU, I haven't touched it, I haven't increased the idle by any means. And with the gear engaged, parking D or reverse, yeah, I didn't touch it even, alright? It's supposed to be the, yeah, you have to put the D to be able to show you. So I didn't make any corrections from there. And because I clear the adaptations, it's not good to make any correction now. You have first to drive the car, and then you have to see if you have to make any small adjustments. So selected 105. Yeah, we are looking good. We are looking good. So she hides the story now. 105. The sensor, it's on the block. I have shown you. I don't know if they wrap the engine. It's on the bottom. Let me show you what is the oil temperature sensor. One second. But what we have 105. It's exiting this cooler at 95.7, and then it's exiting the other cooler at 87.8. It's working excellent. There is not any problem here. And maintain 105. Let me show you where it's located, from where we get this data, the engine oil temperature, from where we get this value. Okay, so the oil temperature sensor is here. They wrap it, the guys. Ah no, it's from the right side, sorry. So I was thinking it was the right one. That's the sensor here, at this point. Here. Alright. So from there we get the values. Now, until I come here, 103.5 to 105, okay, and 104.1. If I put a fan here blowing on the coolers, if I put a fan here, it will gonna decrease a little bit, but not that much, because you have the thermostat, and I'm not gonna let it to cool completely. It has to maintain at least 100 degrees, if I remember right. 95 to 100 degrees, not less than 95, definitely. I'm not gonna let you drop less than this. But from what I see right now, I see that the coolers, they perform correct. The thermostat is opening. What will gonna happen? I'm gonna tell you what will gonna happen when it raises the oil temperature at 125 degrees. It will never gonna cool down, because inside the thermostat you're gonna open 3 paths, and the oil is gonna find the easiest way. So the easiest way is to bypass the coolers and go back again inside of the engine. So that's why there are some people that when they reach more than 125 degrees Celsius, it never recovers. You have to turn off the engine and wait to cool it down, because it's reaching so far back the thermostat that it's bypassing the cooler all the time, the oil. Once again, the customer need to drive the car. First we need to install the oil catch can, and I have to remove the bracket from here, from the wiring, like what I did on the previous E-Class. The customer need to drive the car for 1-2 days for the adaptations. Need to start the car while it's cold, because now as soon as I reset the cold start adaptations, it's already at operation temperature. Yeah, it might act funny for 1 or 2 days maximum, and then it has to be much better. And if there is any small correction, I can make it, instead of having the basic value, I can adjust a little bit up and down. That's it. But there is nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong. 103, 92. 103 the oil, 92 the coolant. 103 the oil, 97.5 the coolant. If you push a little bit the car, these two values, they're gonna be the same. Oil and coolant, they're gonna follow up each other. And it's not gonna be 92 over there, it's gonna be 94. Okay. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I'm not gonna stop it now. I'm gonna continue for another half hour to see. Ambient temperature 27, 103.92. It's performing correct. That's it. Anything else? Did I forget something to mention? I don't remember, honestly. I'm gonna leave it for another 15 minutes. Yay. Alright, by the way, when we start the car, we didn't hear any sound from the cam adjusters. It's working fine. Another thing is that if you get a specific car that's running now at 103 and 92 degrees, and you go, let us say, to a cold country that has 10 degrees ambient temperature, the coolant is gonna be the same. It's gonna be there 92, 94. Okay. The oil, you're not gonna be 103. You're gonna be 95. It might be 90. It depends what thermostat you have. Yep. (103.5), 103.2, 97.85. Runs beautiful. Runs how it's supposed to run. Something for the end before I finish the video. Keep in mind that when I saw you with the camera inside of the cylinders, there was a live oil inside. So you know that from all this oil that it passes inside, you need to push a little bit. The catalytic converters are not going to be so happy, or the oxygen sensors. And when you push it the first time, it might smoke a little bit from back, but it's supposed to stop. You saw how it was inside the cylinders. Fortunately, it didn't have a carbon buildup on the inlet ports, on the valves. Yep, if you open the intake manifold, it's gonna be full of oil. This I'm leaving it for the owner if he wants to open it to see how it looks like inside. It's gonna be like you shoot it with a shotgun. It's gonna be full of oil, like any other time. Nothing in here. That's it. Wrapping up. I forget something to mention, but it's okay. Thank you.